going, guys? We're in the side yard today. It's a little bit windy, so sorry about any audio problems, but we're gonna install some patio lights up in the sky, some cafe lights, I believe that they're called. And what we're gonna do is along the fence here, which is only done up to this tree. You can see it stops right there. And then also we have some pride flags up. I'll go over that in a minute, but let's just talk about this project. So we are going to attach some patio lights or some cafe lights to the house, and then I'm going to attach a 2x4 to the fence, and then to that I'm going to attach wire that runs from the house to the 2x4, and we're going to do kind of like a zigzag pattern, so that way this area is really lit up at night and really beautiful. I've got 3 8-foot 2x4s, and I just finished painting them black. I've got like black paint on my hand. Brent helps me. He did most of it, but I took over at the end because I'm a control freak. But we're just gonna get started on this project, and then I'm sure some of you guys are gonna ask. So you guys know this house right here is for sale, and we wanted to make sure that whoever bought this house knows who lives here, so that way we don't deal with what we dealt with last time. The last neighbor that was here was extremely homophobic, and that was really hard for us. So we just put a couple like little flags. My aunt actually bought these for us, and we attached them to the top of the fence. And I had one up here, but it blew away. And I have one in here. So we're just gonna, that's what that's all about. Okay, well, as you guys know, we have not finished the fence, so we're up to there. So what the plan is, you guys can see these are my 2x4s. They're 8 foot long. First one is gonna get attached right there to that 4x4 post. Second one is actually gonna get attached right behind this tree to the 4x4 post that's there. And then the third one's gonna get attached to right there where there's another 4x4 post. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, and then my plan is to string the lights from the top of it, and we're gonna use wire, and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do that. So the only things that we're really gonna need for this is a drill with a drill bit. Then we bought these lag bolts and this washer. Washer is ALC, and the lag bolt is BFD. I will make sure everything is linked down below. And then we are using this guy right here. This is an impact driver. Then we have this attachment that goes to this, and it makes it so that it'll be really easy to drive these through the 2x4s into the 4x4 post. And then I'll come back and I will paint these so it's not some giant eyesore. Okay, we got the very first one done. Now I'm just gonna repeat the same process down below and then following along on the other 2x4s. So let's just get this done. All right, guys, so we have 1, 2, and 3 of these guys up here. Next step is I'm gonna come over here wherever I need to. That's directly in the middle of these two sections. So one will probably come right here on the house. So it'll probably be right up in this corner, and then another one will be somewhere right over there. And I'm gonna put 2 eyelets on this side, and then we'll come back over and I'll put eyelets on the tops of each of these. And then these are the eye hooks that we're going to use. They're zinc. I will use one of these at each 2x4. They're kind of smaller guys. I will put a link to these guys in the description down below. And then this is the wire that I'm going to use. I would have preferred to get the braided stuff. This is just a single wire. The braided is what we used over there. But when I had bought the braided stuff for the Espalier, I bought the last pack that they had, and then they had this, and we ended up needing some of this. So I will put a link to this down below. Also, you can get it from Amazon, and I'm just going to use what I have on hand, but this is the gauge wire that we're going to use to string the lights up. Okay, now that we've got this guy attached here, I used a pilot hole to just pre-drill so that I didn't crack the wood. I'm just gonna repeat the process on the rest of these. All right, guys, it took me 9 minutes to run the wire. So I attached one here and it's just hanging down. This one will go and it'll attach to the eye hook here. And then I have one that's attached to that and it's still dangling down so I can attach the lights. This one will come over and it'll attach to this. This one has a wire on it. That one will come over and it'll attach to the one that's right there. That one has a wire on it and that one will then attach to that. And then that is it. So now I'm either gonna start, I think I'm gonna start with this one, maybe that one. I gotta figure out which one I'm starting with to run the lights up. And then I will attach the lights to the wire. These are actually the lights that we're gonna use. We bought a whole bunch of these and we used them during our wedding in the backyard. And so they've been sitting in this box and I'm like, well, we gotta do something with it. So these are what we're gonna use, and you can see that they all have a little hole in the top, and that's where the wire is going to get ran. And then these are the cafe lights, and they just kind of dangle down, and they're really pretty, and they're all LEDs, so very little power. All right, guys, so I've got my first one here. This is the wire, and then all I'm going to do is come in and I'm going to weave this through here like this, and then I'm going to go on to the second one, and we're just going to continue down this. We're just going to continue basically just following this down, going every single one of these. You can see I've got some of these guys attached to this, the wire, which is attached to the 2x4, and I'm gonna run this all the way back, the very first one, up to the 2x4, so that way this is where the power comes from right here, and then this will be plugged into a outdoor extension cord. dark enough now. You can see, I mean, there's a little light in the sky, but it's pretty dark. But this looks so beautiful now. There's actually light. You can see where you're walking. It's really, really nice over here now. You can see the lights that we have in this area. It just, you know, makes it so it's super usable at nighttime. Let me turn you around so you can see it this way. They're up high enough that you really don't even think about them. Honestly, as you're walking, that's kind of what you see right there. So that is perfect. Really happy with how this turned out. So that is going to be it for this video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. It was not that hard to do. It took me about 2 hours total time. I would probably have cut that down by like 20 minutes if I had the braided wire, which is the wire that I will link down below. Highly recommend this though if you have an area, and then put them up high. Like I said, these are 8-foot boards, and I actually went another foot off the ground, so they're about 9 feet up in the air. Perfect. I absolutely love it. It's gonna make this super usable at nighttime. And then we just used a outdoor extension cord, and that's what it's plugged into. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.